Good afternoon, dear students. This is Gado Kanse taking you in Advanced Java. Today we want to look at some of the principles of object-oriented programming, and we are taking a practical project to demonstrate that. We are going to look at a bank account class, a class that will store details of a bank account. So we open our IDE. We have Eclipse, Sublime, or IntelliJ. You open it. You go. I have the source code I'll put on your platform, your WhatsApp platform for you. But first of all, let's look at the bank account class. Like a simple account class. Okay, so the package name is com.gadexsystem. All Java apps must have a package. You must create a package for every Java app you are designing. And my package is a two-level folder, com, and then when you open the com folder, you see a Gadex system folder. Okay, so the class name is an account. And we said the class is a template for creating objects. Or a class is a blueprint from which objects are created. And objects have state and actions. So we are saying an account class has a member variable called balance. Every account has a balance. And let's say every account has an interest. We are regarding the account class as a savings account. If you're having a current account, I don't think you'll get any interest. So here we are just assuming it's a savings account. Okay, so we have the constructor here, and we learned that a constructor is a special class, a special method, or what we call a magic method, that is called when an object of the class is created. A constructor is a magic method that is called when an object of the class is created. And a class is always public. When you create a class, a constructor is always public. So it is here public, and this method will be invoked when we are creating an object of the class account. And the constructor has the same name as the class. You see, we have an account here, and the same method has a name account. So here we have initiated the private member variables here. Balance is equal to 0. The interest rate is 0 also. So a constructor is used to initialize the member variable. So if I ask you what is a constructor, you should be able to tell me this. A constructor is a magic method, or what you say, an inbuilt method or a magic by default. So if you don't create a constructor, the Java language specification will give you a what? A constructor. The Java language will give you a constructor. And that constructor is called a default constructor. So here we have created our own constructor, and we use it to initialize the data members or member variable. Initialize member variables, which are the balance and interest. So this is the initialization I'm talking about. Initialize them. So we have two constructors here. A constructor can be overloaded in Java. Note that. A constructor can be overloaded, and when we say a method overloading, we are talking about method with the same name but different number of parameters or arguments. And when we say a method is overloaded, it refers to method with the same name. You see, the method name is account here. There's another account here, but they have different number of parameters. This one is having 2 parameters, but this one is not having any parameter. So when you are creating an object and you call this empty constructor, it will give you, meaning you are calling this method. When you don't provide any parameter to this function or method, you are calling this method. But when you provide parameters to this method here, meaning you are calling this particular method, you will see it very soon. So then we have a method like deposit. Every account will have an action like depositing money. So we say public void deposit. Then the amount you are depositing to the account is passed to the method. So then we say your balance, your account balance becomes what? Your balance plus the amount. This is simple mathematics here. If my balance is 10 Ghana and I'm depositing 20 Ghana, my total balance now is 10 Ghana plus the amount I've deposited. So this is the amount you are depositing. Then withdrawal. But this is just a simple case scenario. This is the base scenario, but we can do a lot of checks here to check if the amount your balance is okay. If your balance is greater than the amount you are withdrawing, so you can do a check here so that no one will overdrawn his account. So I can say if your balance, if get balance is greater than the amount, then we can withdraw. Yes, what? Let's tell the user your balance is too low. System.out.println. So anytime you are withdrawing, you are checking your balance if it is greater than the amount you are withdrawing before you can do the withdrawal. Else, you tell your balance is too low. So these are the ATMs and all the databases were programmed so that you don't go there and be over withdrawing. Then we want to add interest for you. So your interest refers to your balance plus the interest on your balance. Your balance now is equal to your balance plus your interest on your balance. So this is the method that will be called when we are giving you an interest on your account. Then this is a getter method that will get the balance for us, the account balance. So anytime you want your account balance, you call this method. It's public so that we can call it to get us account balance. So we can say you want to know your interest one. We can say public void public double get interest. You have to return interest. So if you want to get the interest on your account, we call this method. If you want to get your balance on your account, we call this method. So after all this, we will test the functionality of our code by creating this code cannot run because it doesn't have the system, the main thread, or what we call the public static void. It's not in this class, so it can't run. So we are creating a class